you can, and you would need to get done by this coming Monday night. That's really all I needed to say about that. By and large, the answers were good. It was interesting to read the answers you guys came up with, so that was cool. Exercise 6, I also don't want to spend a lot of time talking specifically about that assignment because I left a lot of comments on most people's documents. It's a hard kind of assignment to talk about, all the moving parts to it in class. But I did want to talk about a couple of elements related to that assignment. So first of all, there was one word that was not one of the words you were asked to define in exercise 6, but that got used a lot by a lot of students. And I'm not going to make you guess what it is. I'm just going to tell you what that is. I can find my right tab. So there were a lot of people who used the word platform in exercise 6. Commonly, I saw it used in the definition for social media. Sometimes I saw it used in some of the other definitions. A couple of people used the word platform in reference to the operating system, in effect. And pretty much everyone who used platform at least once got a comment from me in the body of their document about using the word platform. And you might think, I'm just being picky or weird about this, but there's a couple of reasons why I thought it was important to comment on this. One is that people are kind of loose in how they use this term. It's a word that we're hearing increasingly sort of floating around us in public discourse, and a lot of people are just sort of using it without really thinking about whether it's the best word to use in a particular situation. And it's essentially a quasi-technical term that has different meanings in the physical world than the very specific meaning in the world of technology. The other reason, though, I think is important to be very specific about this is actually a matter of some social discourse. People arguing about what is the meaning of Section 230 of the Communications Code, and what is, the role of moderation in social media, and what should it be, and what's the difference between a platform and a publisher. So these are things people are talking about. And you may remember when we talked about definitions a few weeks ago, where I said one of the reasons we want to be very clear and specific in our definitions is so that we know what people are talking about and we can talk about difficult issues. So it's hard to come up with definitions on the fly. I'm not going to ask you guys necessarily to try to come up with a definition of platform on the fly. It would have been appropriate if you were using platform in your little glossary to define platform. But let me see if I can find the right image that I have here. I have a bunch of images up, and yeah. This is an image I took from, I don't remember if it's dictionary.com, it may have been. Different definitions of the word platform according to an authority, right? And I particularly like the pictures of the platform shoes. I think they're fun. But you'll notice that there's no definition on this that even pertains to social media. There's only one definition that even pertains to computing at all, which is the last one listed under definition 1, which refers to a platform as a standard for the hardware of a computer system, determining what kinds of software it can run. So in that case, it seems like they're talking about, a machine being essentially a Linux machine or a Windows machine or an Apple machine. And that's the only computer-related definition of platform that's even on this list, not to mention a bunch of the other ones that have nothing at all to do with computers. And I think one of the problems in terms of the class and this word is that this is a word people kind of feel like they know what it means, but it's a more intuitive sense and a less explicit sense. And there was another word that was actually on your list of definitions to define that suffered a similar problem, where a lot of people were responding to that term and defining it in a very intuitive way and not in a very literal or technical way that would allow someone who was unfamiliar with the concept to understand it or distinguish it. And that word was meme. So a lot of people said in their definitions of meme that it was an image with words that was designed to be humorous. So that was kind of the bottom line with probably 9 out of 10 definitions: image, words, humor. And, you know, if you know what a meme is, then you're probably thinking, yeah, okay. But if someone doesn't know what a meme is, that's not particularly helpful. So, for example, sorry, need to find the right picture. Too many pictures, dang it. All right, here it is. This is a picture. I'll get it back in the center here. That has an image and has words and is trying to make a joke. Is this a meme?
No.
I would agree. It's not a meme. So that kind of makes the point that just saying a picture with words and humor doesn't make it a meme. It's a comic of some kind, right? And you know, memes do have something in common with one-panel comics, I would say. This is not a meme. Now, how about this one? Not have that one up. There we go. Is this a meme?
Yes.
Yeah. A student actually made this meme for me a few years ago, thinking that I would appreciate it. I did. So why is this a meme? It's and the other one not a meme. What's the difference?
I would say it references something in pop culture.
Okay, I think that is a key part of it. Um, that there's some familiarity with the image. Sometimes it may be widely well known in pop culture, and sometimes it may be more niche. But yeah, Tristan says it follows a format that can be applied in other contexts, while the first tells its own story. So that's a very interesting point. And this is a good example of a meme that follows a particular format, right? We've all seen different variations on this, although this is kind of a few years old. It's not a very fresh meme. With the yelling woman on one side and the white cat on the other side. And there's any number of different versions of this, right? People put their own captions on there. Um, so you recognize the image, even if you haven't seen the particular words on it before. So I've got another one up here. This one doesn't have any words on it at all. Is this a meme? So Sophie Clement says it's not a meme. So why do you, so Brody says it is a meme. So we have some disagreement here. So what are the arguments here? Okay, Tristan says this one's a meme because the way we use it applies to a format as well. I think that that's That's basically correct, Tristan. I mean, as with the image with the women and the cat, it's something we see, and it's used in different situations. And the way we use it it's the commentary, right? It doesn't need words. The expression on the girl's face and the background is enough. And it's also something we see used repeatedly in different settings, and it has that familiarity. But it kind of really raises the question about memes that it's one of those things we know it when we see it, right? We can say this is a meme and this is not a meme, but it's hard to define a lot of times. Um, People make similar cases to pornography and art. You know it when you see it, but how do you define it? Where do you draw the lines?